Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome to the Forest Temple of Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Oh my god, it's the first temple slash dungeon slash whatever you want to call it. And we're starting out with learning a song. Kind of a bit of an odd place, I guess, to learn songs, but this game doesn't really have like the conventional events like they did in Arkham where you're like, okay, so now we're gonna learn a song. This one just sort of teaches them very sporadically throughout the game, so you'll just like suddenly get a song, you'll be like, oh, okay then. And this is one of those moments, so this is the Song of Healing, I believe it's called, and what it will do is it will summon a fairy. Okay, to be quite honest, I'm not 100% sure the mechanics of this, because I almost never, ever had to use it, but it's pretty much like a fairy, your fairy in this kind of game. Well, no, it's not. It's like having a free potion, I guess, of some sort. You can use it, I think it's probably just once per dungeon, but maybe it might be once overall or something like that, I don't know. You can use it in the Tower of Spirits, you can use it in dungeons. I'm not sure if you can use it anywhere else. But it will heal your life. I'm not sure if it heals full or anything. Like I said, I've never used this song at all. But you can find the songs on the collection screen here, as you can see. I don't plan on really using it unless I desperately have to. But I mean, like most of the games, once you get through the first dungeon or two, usually you have enough heart containers where you'll be pretty fine. Actually, in fact, really after this dungeon, you'll pretty much have enough heart containers to be fine in general, because we'll be able to get a few actually before the next dungeon, which will be really nice. So here we are, though, at the first temple. It's a pretty basic temple, but it's also pretty, I mean, it's definitely not too hard, but it's not like easy, like Phantom Hourglass easy. First thing you do is you need to pick one of these little nut thingamabobbers, and you throw it onto the switch. So I mean, already it's kind of a tricky puzzle. Maybe it can trip you up for a second until you realize you can pick these things up. They will also regrow at some point, so don't worry if you kill both of them. It's not fine. That heart is just falling to the pit there. And also, we got gas! Alright, gas! That's exciting. Not really. That's gonna be throughout this dungeon. It's sort of your typical forest, swampy, sort of poison forest dungeon, you know. Kind of like the first temple from Majora's Mask, so it's all like swampy gas stuff. And, well, I mean, you kind of come to expect it by this point. A lot of Zelda games have the sort of swampy dungeon first these days. Twilight Princess, well, Wind Waker sort of subverted that because it had it second, so that's interesting. Anyways, as you can see, you'll be finding plenty of these, a lot of these dungeons and Spirit Tracks have the sort of like, you know, enter, doors closed, kill all enemies sort of trap, so expect that to happen a lot. Nothing much we can do over there, so we're just gonna head up here, and, well, we're just gonna keep going. It's a pretty basic, you know, dungeon. There's not really too much to really go out of your way for, but here's some new enemies. You hit them, they will explode into the little gas stuff. Now if you touch the gas, you can see you lose a quarter of a heart, so don't stay anywhere near it. The range is kind of deceptive. You can actually get hit by it if you're just kind of close to it, so do give it a nice wide berth. Although the spiders can sort of make it tricky to do that. In general, though, because there's so few of them, it's not a problem. And we're about to get something right here that will solve that. This is the dungeon item. As usual, there's one main item per dungeon. This is the Whirlwind. You do tend to get it pretty early in the dungeons in these games. They don't really hide it too well or make you, you know, see a lot of puzzles that you have to use it first. It just tends to throw it at you and then give you the puzzles afterwards. So, as you can see, you basically point it at something, then you blow into the microphone, and it will summon a whirlwind, which will blow away gas and do a bunch of other nifty stuff. It's actually a pretty cool item. I mean, it sort of follows the other trend of, like, you know, lots of wind-based items in Zelda games these days. You know, you have your Gale Leaf from the, or whatever it's called, from Wind Waker. You have your Gale Boomerang from Twilight Princess. You have this, you have the Gale Jar from Minish Cap, which is, I guess, the original Gale item. I forget if Minish Cap comes before or after Wind Waker. It might actually have come after it, so... lots of, I mean, it's just your basic, you know, wind-based item. Pretty cool. Also uses the microphone, but it's not really that much of a hassle. You just have to go and give it a quick, like, and you'll be pretty good to go. So, nothing too troublesome. I'm going to just keep going and breaking pots, because you never know when you can find a treasure. Also, you find one of these things, so let's actually start using it. As I mentioned, I think, last episode, using the Song Awakening on these things inside dungeon, they're pretty much your impromptu compass. Now, of course, the top screen, as you saw earlier, is pretty much your map, so you automatically have that, but these guys will act as your compass and let you know if there's treasure chests that you haven't opened up on the room before. So if we had one left, like the one that we almost missed before, it'll actually have shown up on the map, and it'll show a location on the map, and you'll be able to go to that and find out how to unlock the treasure chest and so on and so forth. So it's a very handy thing to do. It's just, it will cost you 20 rubies every time you need to do it, so basically what you do is you wake him up, you mark it on your map, because you can actually bring your map down, mark things, and then you it's like basically like a compass, except you do it once per floor. So, not too bad, I guess. We'll open up the switch to open the door. We have a key. Another creative use of the whirlwind is to blow objects around like that. We'll be certainly making good use of that. Now the spiders everywhere. Goddamn spiders, get out of here! Stupid spiders. Luckily, your shield is very useful in this game, as you can see. It will deflect most frontal attacks like that and give you a chance to counterattack, which is nice because sometimes the sword just doesn't work the way you want it to, being a touchscreen controlled game and all. So we're gonna blow this over here. This is the stamp station. Even in dungeons, you will find stamp stations. We still haven't really gotten to what it is yet, but the stupid stamp station is blocking this little gas here. No. Get away from the gas. Okay, we're gonna go from this angle. And over here is a switch, actually, so that's good. And it'll cause the treasure to appear there, and good times. I mean, a lot of these treasures aren't really necessary. These are just for bonus rubies, but, you know, the more rubies you have, the better, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything we can. What is this, 100 rubies? Yes, it is. Excellent. We're already up to a good whopping 302 rubies. That is not bad at all. I can definitely dig that. Although we're going to need a lot more. I mean, it's like Wind Waker, where there's items that are extremely expensive. I mean, the whole Wind Waker trilogy, Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, this game, it doesn't usually stick with the whole 999 rubies. You basically get a ton of different... Like, the treasures themselves will sell for like a good, like 1,000 later in the game. So, there are pretty expensive things you need in this game, although the treasures are mostly used for other things, as I've mentioned quite a few times. No more treasure chests left on this floor either. Those little stones don't really come in handy this time, because you usually get all the hidden treasure chests before you even encounter them. But just in case you miss one, that's okay. Anyway, these are little poison gas skulls. You can't attack them normally, so blow them with your little whirlwind first to get them the gas away, and then slash them with the sword. Pretty easy after that. I mean, considering they're stationary enemies after you hit them with your sword, or after you hit them with the whirlwind, it makes it rather simple. They're pretty basic enemies, pretty basic dungeon, as I've mentioned before, but it's a pretty nifty item, and that makes it pretty awesome. The thing about this game is it does, I mean, I will admit, it does start out slow at first, but the more you go on in the game, I find the better it gets. I mean, the later, it starts out very basic and easy, I guess, but it does become more and more fun. I do like each dungeon better than the last, pretty much. With maybe one exception, but I'm not going to judge yet because I don't really remember that too well. But I mean, it's still there's still some pretty interesting puzzles they make you do with the whirlwind. I mean, the dungeons may be easy and obvious, but they do at least have some sort of creative puzzle. Like this one, to blow over there and you have to hit the switch, and I mean, yeah, it's not going to take a rocket scientist to figure that one out, but I mean, it's still creative use of an item, I suppose. I mean, the Zelda games are always known for that, though, having creative uses of items. I know the Phantom Hourglass dungeons were known to be notoriously easy, and that's one of the main turns off them. I don't know if I'll ever do a Phantom Hourglass LP. I'll probably keep that in mind. I'll think about it, but I'm not going to promise anything. I'm not going to promise if I'm going to ever do it or if I'm ever not going to do it. I'm undecided. Won't be for a while, though, if I ever did. But the dungeons are notoriously easy. I don't feel like this game has that sort of flaw. Anyway, it's middle boss time. It's this weird-looking thing. I don't even know what to ever make of this thing. It's like a bird. It looks like one of those little annoying little, like, one of those things in the second dungeon, the little things that stick to you. It looks like one of those, except it flies and it has little pixie dust. But anyway, don't blow up your whirlwind. As you can see, he reflected back. If it does hit you with your own whirlwind, you'll be stunned. He will swoop down and take a hit on you. So don't do that. Otherwise, just wait for him to shoot skulls and use your whirlwind to reflect those back at him. He can't deflect your whirlwind then. It'll hit him in the face, it'll stun him, and he'll go down really easily. Now do remember that jump attacks do double damage, so ironically the most easiest attack in the game to do, just in my opinion, happens to do double damage, so that is kind of handy dandy, especially when fighting bosses like those. But then again, the game, it's not the last time we'll see these enemies. The nice thing is that, well, actually that's kind of spoilers for a few episodes from now, so I won't say anything yet. But they do use these enemies a lot of times, so we will be seeing them before. Anyway, oddly shaped floor, and what the heck is that thing? That's a giant looking keyhole block. That thing, yeah, we're definitely gonna need a special key to unlock that one. Not that we have any keys to begin with right now. But anyway, you can kind of see the key over there, so that's going to be our goal, is to unlock that door over there. And there's two ways to go first. Well, there's not really, actually, because this door over to here, as you can see, is also locked. So we're going to find new enemies. Now, these things, basically, if you hit them with your sword, they'll basically curl up into a ball, and as you can see, they will explode. So what we need to do is not to run into it like that. We need to hit it with our sword, and, well, no, I was trying to pick it up, but I don't think you can pick it up. So what you actually have to do in order to move it is either bump it with your shield, or if you don't have a shield, like, you can bump it like that, or, you know, the best option is to use your whirlwind and blow it into things. So we'll actually use it to blow up these bombable blocks. They're actually going to be our impromptu bomb flowers / bombs for the day. Quickly heal up the damage I did stupidly to that, and we'll go ahead and blow some more gas. Yay for gas! Yay for whirlwind! Awesome times have been had by all, except not really. That's what am I even talking about anymore? I don't know. Why am I recording an episode of... Why am I recording the dungeon commentary at midnight? I don't know. Because now I'm just kind of like all over the place. And it's kind of funny. But we actually get a treasure chest if you unlock another switch. The key to this dungeon is blow every bit of gas, because there's switches hidden everywhere and treasures hidden everywhere. But we actually get our first tier 2 treasure there, the Dark Pearl Loaf. I'm sure that's going to end up being the most common one or not. Maybe it might be a rare one, that'd be cool. But it's going to sell for obviously a lot more, and it'll also be used for harder to get items when we can actually trade it in for other stuff. One more little statue thing here, so we're going to go ahead and wake up our epic song. I do love the Song of Awakening, it's such a cool song. Especially the full version, which you only get to hear once, unfortunately, because they do like a little abridged version now, which is just kind of sad, but... and of course, there's nothing left here. So I think that, since there's only 3 floors, that means we've gotten all the treasures in this dungeon. Don't have to worry about that anymore, and that's always good. So, I mean, it's a pretty quick dungeon. Then again, most, first dungeons tend to be, quick. In the past, I've actually been able to do both first dungeons of the Zelda games I've done within an episode. So, actually, comparing the time for those, in the time of these actually took longer. So, now the thing of this is, unfortunately, I don't think you can pick them up, and this guy actually manages to hit me accidentally. So the best thing you can do is bump up your shield, then take a blow. And what? No! What? That's cheating. The thing fell down in a... What the hell, game? I'm sitting there just having a good time. That thing just drops out of nowhere and screws my tactics over. So you can use it and push up your shield like that, and then and watch there be a way to pick it up that I didn't realize. I'm just an idiot. But as far as I saw, it wouldn't let me pick it up. So maybe I'm just an idiot. Who knows? Sometimes the touchscreen controls make me act like an idiot. But you can easily just do that and then use the Whirlwind to blow it over there and hit the switch. And that's really all you need to do. Luckily, those guys aren't too common. And the Whirlwind obviously is an interesting way to use them, I guess. Get out of here! Oh, great! Now we have the little buzzing, the little beeping noise. It's all your fault, little bomb worm. I forget what they're called. They actually probably has a really awesome name. I'm just calling them something lame like bomb worms. Then again, the Zelda series tends to have weird names. I mean, Gibdos are mummies, and there's the Poe-looking things, and just odd names, I guess. So who knows what it's named? It's probably something like Luke or something like that. I don't know. I don't know why I'm using my little nickname that I get in the TMG all the time as the name, but why not? Anyway, so as you can see, there's a map here. We're going to get a chance to once again use our map function and draw this same path around all these little pillar things. Now you guys are probably wondering, why the heck would you need to do this? Well, you're going to see in just a second, because we're going to need to take the key on that path. Now, of course, if you didn't write it down, it actually does show you the path as well. Basically, the different sort of patterns on here, so you can see you don't want to walk on any of the gray. Because if you walk on the gray, oh my god, it's the Phantom Menace. It's not a Phantom, no, it's even worse. It's a Floor Master! Well, I'm not sure if these are actually called Floor Masters in this game, but they pretty much are the same thing. And these things are creepy as hell. They will stalk you as long as you have the key. They're going to want to take the key back from you, so run. Okay, yeah, you can't outrun them. So I tried just to throw and attack them, but they end up getting away anyway, so... Basically, you really don't want to fight these things. They just tend to sort of be annoying and get in your way. You'll be seeing a lot of them as well. They tend to be nice deterrents in this little big key puzzle. But luckily, the path makes this one pretty easy because it gives you a little pre-made path here. So we won't have too problem having to deal with them. Freaking Floor Masters. They got, at least that one took a key to the face. Spin attack key to the face! I haven't said spin attack to the face in this episode, have I? But that's because in this game, you really don't use spin attack as much as you would the other ones, so I guess maybe I need to come up with a new catchphrase, I don't know. Key attack to the face! We'll do that one. No, we won't, but we'll come up with something, I'm sure. Or we can just do anything to the face. It'll just, the thing will be just blank to the face. Pot to the face! Ladder to the face! Link's hat to the face! I don't know. I'm just crazy like that. So we're gonna go ahead and break more pots. We actually get a new. Is this new? I don't remember if it's new. But we get a wood heart. I know we saw those back with the in the whatever. What is it called? Whittleton. There we go. That village. We saw those in bee larvae. So it's not anything new we haven't seen before. But now we actually have one of those in case we need it. Now we are actually at the end of the dungeon. I forget that the big key always symbolizes that, but you'll always find one of these little portals that lead you to the end of the dungeon. There. So you know what time it is? It's time for Dungeon Boss. Look at that thing. Oh, this boss. Just trust me when I say he'll be quite a familiar sight. But I do love him every single time. He's I love the little introduction beat too. It kind of seems like he's dancing to the music as well, which is pretty cool. But this dude is Stagnox, the Stag Beetle of Destruction. That's my nickname for him. He's actually Stagnox Armor Colossus. I think the Stag Beetle of Destruction is a cooler title, but you know, whatever. I didn't name them. So what you have to do here, I love the boss music in this game. It's just so intense. It makes you really into it. I love this boss fight. So what you need to do is get behind it and blow up the Whirlwind. Unfortunately, it actually automatically turns to the Whirlwind, which throws me off a lot of times in this fight, but you basically Whirlwind it, and then you just hack at its ass. You just realize that basically it has an ass that A is just farting out gas non-stop. So you blow out its ass, and then you strike its ass. That's just kind of weird, but then again, if you have a weak point, it may as well be your ass. I mean, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want a sword up my ass either. That would probably hurt. I just said that in LP. Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness, Lucky. What are you doing? Just make sure you don't get hit by his attack. It will actually do, I think, a full heart of damage, so, don't do that. And also don't fall off the edge like an idiot. That's also a bad idea. So he's a pretty basic boss. Nothing to worry about yet. He does have 2 phases, though, and the second phase is slightly harder. So he's going to go give us a little roar. He's now pissed off. And he's gonna fly over here. There's always some kind of creepy bug boss early on in the Zelda games. They just love their creepy bugs. I don't know why. First we had the creepy floor masters, then we had the creepy bomb worms, then we had the creepy bugs. And actually, speaking of bomb worms, he spits out a bunch of them. They'll be, of course, used in this because I mean, of course, you're gonna recycle puzzles that you've used in the dungeon. That tends to be what happens with the dungeon bosses. You know, gotta use your new item to good use. So he's actually gonna basically strike them all down so they're not attacking you. Get the center one, and then aim towards him, and eventually fly down. You can shoot the bomb in his face, bomb to the face, bomb worm to the face, loop to the face, I don't know. And you can basically get another series of slashes on his ass, which is going to be nice. And eventually he'll fall down, so that's going to be the end of the boss. I mean, he's a pretty basic boss. We're going to try to go over here, and he just gets an epic shot right there. That was just an epic bomb worm snipe. Dude was just like, I'm going to snip you from here. It's like, boom, headshot, and I was like, damn it. It does give you plenty of time. Make sure you get the bomb worm off, though, so he won't hurt you. Sadly, I can't get the perfect kill on this boss, though, now, because for some stupid reason, he sniped me with a bomb worm. Those worms, bane of my existence. Now he gave me a bomb worm to the face. Just everything's to the face these days. I think I've overused that phrase now. Stop doing that. He almost snipes me again. Freaking douchebag. I hate you, Stagnox, even though you are a really cool boss. I do, like I said before, I love the music in this game, and the boss music is no exception. Really makes you get into it. Even when I'm commentating here, I'm just really into it. And I only needed to get 1 hit on him. Really? Game. It happened twice, actually. I think both phases I only had 1 hit left, which is unfortunate. You can definitely finish him off in 2 phases, or in 2 rounds. I've done that before, but sometimes you'll just need 3 to get that last hit, and it happens. Especially because the first hit usually tends to be a jump attack and does double damage. Anyway, so you'll unlock this little crystal thing, and this will basically unlock the rest of the, well, not the rest of, but it'll continue to unlock the forest rail map, which is good. You'll get this nice little epic cutscene of the temple activating, and it will also help you repair the Tower of Spirits. So, like I said last time, it's sort of a cycle. Tower of Spirits, you get a rail map, then you go to the Sanctuary in order to restore the rail map, and then you go to the temple in order to restore part of the Tower of Spirits. Rinse and repeat. Second verse, same as the first. So, that's I guess we're done for our first cycle. First dungeon is completed. We get this little epic cutscene. Link and Zelda have to shield their eyes from the epicness. It's so amazing. It's a giant little statue pillar thing. I guess it's not really that special. There's a giant tree growing in this, and you'd think that the tree would be part of the dungeon more, but it really isn't. It's just sort of a tree. It's just there because it's like Forest Temple. You're gonna plop a tree here. Boop. Just like in SimCity or like Roller Coaster Tycoon, just, well, they're gonna put a tree here, boop, there you go. I need to play Roller Coaster Tycoon more. That's a really fun game. I played it a lot as a kid. I just haven't played it anymore, and that's unfortunate. But as you can see, the little beam going along the spirit tracks will restore the tower now, with crackling electricity, and we're gonna actually restore the laws of physics, apparently, because demon magic broke the laws of physics. I guess demon magic is like an obvious little, like, catchphrase for this LP. I tend to have like 1 or 2 per LP. It's always really fun, but just listen to the epic music that we know we haven't had a success. We know we've had a success because there's epic music and good times. As you probably noticed, though, for the 2 screens in the boss rooms, for some reason, it actually syncs up perfectly without having a divider. And every other moment in this LP, when there's 2 screens joined like that, it counts as a divider, except for in boss rooms. I don't know why there's like a sudden change of direction for that, but it works for me because it lets me show the boss fights off with really good, I guess, quality or whatnot. which is, of course, probably the most important thing to be showing off in good quality of 2 screens. So, yay for that, I guess. I guess they were just accommodating for me to begin with. But, well, this is actually it for the dungeon, guys. So, this is going to be LuckySevenDX signing out in about 20 seconds. And in the next episode, we're going to head back to the Tower of Spirits, and stuff's going to happen. We're going to go for another rail map, and we're going to meet Phantom Zelda again. And it's just going to be good times. So, that's Dungeon 1 complete. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are enjoying this Let's Play. Stay tuned for more epicness in this game. Bye-bye.